Alright folks, how you doing? So a question that kind of hangs over my mind is, when was William Wallace made Guardian and who knighted him? Well, in my Get Skeptic Rebuked videos I've been using William Wallace Robin Hood Revealed, but today I'm using another source called William Wallace Braveheart by James Mackay. And this is what he says at the beginning of chapter 8 on page 169. Shortly after his triumphal return to Scotland, probably at Christmas 1297, William Wallace received the accolade. This much is stated by Forden, adding that he was knighted by, quote, a certain distinguished Earl of the Scottish nation, without specifying who actually performed the ceremony. Handy, isn't it? Someone did it. And it almost strikes me as almost like an afterthought, like, have we given him a knighthood yet? No, I thought you did it. It's kind of like, did we switch off the gas before we headed down the motorway to go to the caravan park? Did you lock the back door? No, I thought you did it. No, I thought you were going to do it. It's like, why have you not knighted him before now? What does the guy have to do to get a knighthood? I mean, honestly. But anyway, I mean, these days they just hand them out for, I don't know, like playing football or appearing on the telly for 50 years. This man's just back from nearly conquering England, but there you go. But anyway, let's continue. In the Middle Ages, anyone of the nobility, from the king himself down to the humblest knight, could knight another. But in practice it was confined to royalty and the great magnates. There has been considerable speculation as to who knighted Wallace. James the Steward or Malcolm, Earl of Lennox, have been suggested. Even the elder Eric, Earl of Carrick, although this seems less likely. One recent writer has stated the younger Earl of Carrick as a matter of fact. By a process of elimination, only the future king, Robert, could have performed this ceremony. In other words, King Robert the Bruce was the one who knighted William Wallace. Something to bear in mind the next time you go to Edinburgh Castle. He continues, the Earl of Fife was a minor. Angus and March supported King Edward. Caithness, Ross and Sutherland were too remote. While Athol and Menteith were serving with the English army in Flanders. This narrows down the possibilities to the Earls of Buchan, Strathearn, Lennox and Carrick. While the claim advanced for Lennox is usually based on his early friendship with Wallace from his northern campaign, the ambivalent attitude of this magnate before and during the battle makes his role in conferring knighthood unlikely. Buchan and Strathearn, no matter which side they were currently on, were tainted by their pro-English collaboration in the months prior to the battle, and their outlook thereafter was ambiguous. This left only the younger Earl of Carrick. It could be argued, of course, that his own position had been somewhat ambivalent, but he had now come out firmly on the Scottish side. Besides, he was actually related to William Wallace. Yeah. Going back to Get Skeptic's whole thing about the Bruces being foreigners and all that. Oh my god. Notice, by the way, that he has not responded to any one of those 4 videos. He's kept his mouth shut, which is wise on his part. At this point, if I were him, I'd be just crossing my fingers and hoping that no one ever sees the videos that I made, or more to the point, the one that he made, and it just disappears. I'd be surprised if it's still up on his channel at this point.